Hello everyone, welcome to another video. In this video we'll be learning 5 traps once white plays e4, and this is the most played opening, and once e4 on the board you will be ready to apply all those 5 traps which you will be learning in the next few minutes. So without further ado, let's get it started. This is called a King's Gambit trap. It starts from e4, e5, and typical King's Gambit move, that is f4. Now we can accept the pawn or we can move the pawn. So we'll see both the line how we can use our tactics. Now we can take this one. Now best move from white is like bringing this knight here so that we can push, and we can try to dislodge this knight. But let's suppose he doesn't develop this knight here, rather he goes for this move. So he might be thinking that I have a great center with these two pawn. On the other hand, I am also attacking this pawn, but that's a great move indeed, but we have something very immediate, so we are giving him check. Now he has to move this one to save the check. We are going to take this one, and once this one takes, now rook will fall. Even we are threatening to take this one, so it's a great for black. Now let's suppose here he simply doesn't take because this rook will fall, so he might be thinking, okay, now I'll develop my knight so that your queen is under attack. You have to move your queen and then I can take this pawn. Now the idea being we are not going to move, rather we are going to push this one. Now this is check, and he has to do something with the queen, or he has to move his king. Now he takes the queen. Now we take the rook and we promote the queen. Now you can see we are simply rook up. At the same time we have also promoted our pawn to queen. So simply a rook up, and maybe in the next move, if this knight try to go back, we can try to bring this one, or maybe even we can strike in the center. We can go for the check. We can develop this knight, so this is a great position. Now let's see, without taking this here, in this position, without taking this, we can simply push this pawn and we can wait and see what white does. On the other hand, if we have, see, positionally or theoretically we have like a good move, in the next move maybe we can try to pin the knight. If knight comes here, we can try to develop this knight here. We can bring our bishop here, then we can go for some short castling kind of things. But let's see here, if he says, okay, if I take this pawn, he will take this pawn, and then maybe I will bring my knight and doing all kind of stuff. But here we are not going to take this, rather we will go for a check first. Now here, once check comes, he will try to push this to save the check, and now here comes the check. And if knight comes to protect the check, maybe this rook will fall, or if he tells, okay, my queen will come to protect, again this rook will fall, and he might be giving me only one check. If my bishop comes here, everything is fine at black's position. This trap arises from Ruy López opening, so it starts with e4, black replies with the e5, developing the knight and attacking this pawn, developing the knight and supporting this pawn. Bishop comes at b5 and attacking this knight, developing this knight, kingside castling, now bringing the knight here. Now we are attacking to this pawn, at the same time supporting this pawn. If takes, we are ready to support this pawn. Now he will try to push this one, and this is a typical position in Ruy López. Like many times, once knight goes, even any kind of e4, e5 position, a knight will go here and he try to kick this knight away, but we are not going to bringing it back. We are going to push it. Now once pawn takes, now this knight is under attack, and this knight can go, a knight may try to go here. Now we will bring our queen here and we will try to give checkmate here. If we try to just keep some escape, like if we go for some check, he will try to escape through this route. We won't allow, we will push this pawn. Now we will just see king simply can't escape. Like for any other move, if it goes here, this is a check and mate. Now let's see if simply knight doesn't go there, rather once push comes, knight goes here, we again can go for the same tactics. If queen takes, this is going to be mate. If knight takes, this is going to be mate. If queen takes, then also this is going to be mate. So this is not possible, so he may try to escape through this route by bringing the rook. Now we can take this again, check. Once it goes back, check, it comes here. Now again coming with the knight with the check. Now we can pick up this bishop at certain point, but first he has to come, but we are not going to pick up because then our queen will fall. So we'll come with this, we can pick this one. Now bishop comes because bishop is under attack. Once bishop comes back, we can go for this check. Once this check comes, he has to protect, rook will come to protect that check. If king takes, and maybe then we have many other move like check. Now this king doesn't have an escape to go. He can't go here, he can't go here, he can't go here. Maybe simply a queen can come here to protect the check, and this is a mate. This is called fried liver trap. It starts with e4, e5, knight comings at f3 by attacking this pawn, simply developing our knight and supporting this pawn. Bishop coming at c4, attacking this pawn. Now here we bring our knight at f6. Now the idea being this point is too weak. He can attack this pawn and bringing this knight. Now just see he is attacking this pawn with the knight and bishop, and black doesn't have much thing to do, like he can't come queen here. But here black has the move like d5, but we are not going to play this. Rather we are provoking to take this one. We will develop our bishop at c5. Now he can take this one with the knight, he can fork the queen and rook, at least winning the rook. Now he will go for that, and here comes our tactics. We are going to take this. Once takes, we are going to take this one with a check. Now he has to move. One king's come here. You just see here too many combination available, like we can bring our rook, we can pin this one, activate our rook, we can bring our queen, we can go for some check. Even at some point we can unpin our queen, we can go for this move as well, forking the queen, king and bishop if required. Even at some point we can go for a castling because this is pinned. So many possibilities here, guys. You can go and you can play and you can have fun, but I will show you a simple line from here. Like we can go for this another check. Now this knight is undefended, he can simply take this knight. Now we will go for the check. Now he can go here, or he can simply take this pawn. This is undefended, so once this pawn takes, we can come for a check again. Now this file is completely cut off for this queen, so if he goes here, this is a checkmate. And if he doesn't go here, like if he can't go here, then simply pawn push g6 and mate, because this square is this diagonal is completely covered by the queen. This file is also covered by the queen. This is covered by our knight, this is covered by our pawn, so simply a pawn push, and that's a mate. There's no move for the king. So there is so many combination available. You just go and play and have fun. This is really a fun opening and fun tactics. Hopefully you will have a great game. This is called Blackburn shilling trap. It starts with e4, e5, knight coming and attacking this pawn, simply developing this knight and supporting this pawn. Now bringing the bishop at c4. This is Italian game, and now knight comes at d4. Now we are simply provoking him to take this one, because if he can take it, my pawn will simply take it, then this is simply equal. So we are provoking that this pawn is not supported, so you can take it. And once knight takes this pawn, we are going to go queen g5 with the idea to attack this pawn. Now you can see he might be thinking that okay, I can simply pick up this pawn with the idea that I can fork the queen and the rook, and I can simply pick up the rook. So he will go for that. Once I go for this, now this is under attack. He might be thinking okay, yeah, if I take this one, that will be coming with a check. So he will try to save that one first, and then he will try to pick this one maybe. But we are not afraid, we are going for a check. Now just see, this king doesn't have a square to go. If queen comes, simply knight takes queen and winning the game. Now bishop will try to come back and cover the checkmate, and here comes knight f3 and a smothered mate. This is called Stafford Gambit trap. I have already made a video on Stafford Gambit. You guys can check that out. But now let's see how it goes. It starts with e4. We replace e5, simply developing the knight and attacking this pawn. In normal development, we have seen in other tactics as well, we develop our knight here. But this time we will be provoking to take this knight. So we will be developing our knight here. Knight takes pawn. We'll offer our another knight. He has to take this knight. Pawn takes knight, and now this pawn is hanging, so he will go and he will support this pawn. I'll develop my bishop, eyeing towards this f2 square, at the same time developing the bishop, and in the next move maybe I can preparing some check like castling thing. Now he will try to come with this bishop with a pin. In the next move, maybe if we do castling, he can try to push this one, and this is pin, this can't be moved, so he will come here with the pinning threat. And now I am not afraid. You can take my queen. I am simply giving up my queen. Once queen takes, pawn takes with a check. One queen leaves, bishop comes, and this is a checkmate. No square, he has to go, and this is a mate. Thanks for watching the video. Hopefully you learned all the 5 traps I have just showed. Now go and apply them in your real game and win some quick game. Do not forget to like, comment and subscribe. Stay tuned for more chess. Bye bye.